Howdy. Hello. Yep, so back to Durin's quest and back to the surprises of anecdotes. Because right now we have Diana one. I will tell about the other right after. First, let's do the Diana one. I think I will be having to read. Oh, Merry Christmas, by the way. It's the 24th. No, I'm not going to care anything about Lynn's troubles. And I have quite a few things to do still. Like our family dinner will be tomorrow, and I'm helping with the preparations today. Well, not right now, but I will soonish. So I can quickly insert this quest into my day. And yesterday, yeah, we had a party-like thingy. I mean, yeah, it was a party with some friends, and well, I wouldn't say it will continue because that's not the right word for it, but with one of my friends, we will have an after party like thing today, because he is his family dinner was today, and for his mental health to maintain, I need to visit, which will probably be the same thing tomorrow after my. Oh, this is Lynn. I'm sorry, Lynn, but I don't care about you. And that one is Diana. You just need an apple, huh? What are you doing here, traveler? I'm out looking for berries. Blah blah blah. Could you have me 2 berries? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure did. Here are your berries. The thing is that these guys are not going to wake up. Right? Then let them just sleep. Okay, I do need to make a picture like that. Okay.
I still have so much to learn about human interactions. Like, where should I put my hands when I'm nervous? I just really want to make friends with everyone.
And I will want to make a picture about Durin when the sun is somewhere in the background, and he's doing this pose that he just did. So for example, but it should be when the sun is very strong. You see what I mean? I think he will do it anyway. The sun is pretty high now, but it should, it's better if it's in a distance, but let's see. I mean, this one is good as well. The sun just gets even higher for me today. Not making this easy for me. Maybe here.
Each day is a new page in my story. I want to savor every scene, every footnote, before I turn to the next one.
I mean, let's go with this one. He's not staying like that for long. That's the problem. And maybe that wasn't the best direction to do it. So that's why this is a bit more complicated, difficult. And I'm wasting time when I'm not having much of it. Are you shitting me that you're going behind the...
I still have so much to learn about human interactions. Like, where should I put my hands when I'm nervous? I just really want to make friends with everyone.
Let's get rid of that cloud quickly. As fuck. Yeah. So I will look for a better one. Definitely. Okay, what up? Diona.
Nothing here either. Even this one's empty. How did this happen?
How did this happen? Hunting again, Diana? Did something happen?
I placed a bunch of the newest models of mechanical traps around here earlier and filled them with food that all kinds of animals like. But I just checked all of them, and I didn't catch a single animal, even though the food's all gone missing. When I bought these, they were like, the traps will be so well hidden that even the person who laid them won't be able to find them. And sure enough, they are harder to see now than when I placed them, because the bait's all gone.
Were the traps damaged by some kind of external force?
No, there's just a strong smell of withered leaves now.
What bait did you use?
Let me think. Foul breast, forest boar thigh, pine cones, and sunsettias. The carrot-colored foulberries Sucrose gave me earlier, lizard tails left over from mixing drinks, homemade coconut platter, and some imported buell fruit that a neighbor sent us.
Buell. An eclectic mix of both normal and unusual bait.
Oh, and a test drink that I made out of buell fruit and mint. Some bass from Springvale that I fished up on my way out the door. Oh yeah, and the calla lilies Sucrose sent me before. Yeah, that's about it.
And everything went missing? Even the drinks?
Yeah, it's all gone. And that's the annoying part. Whoever the culprit was, they'll eat just about anything. And a ton of anything at that. Oh, but at least they didn't take the drink bowl. So there's that. What a cunning little thief. Maybe it was a fox. You know, they live in the woods and they eat just about anything.
And that's probably somebody who knows about the traps.
Hang on. There's movement in the bushes.
Oh? And that's not the culprit we're looking for.
I shouldn't have listened to those old booze hounds. It'll save you time, Diona. It's convenient, Diona. The best hunters in Nevada using the new traps, Diona. It's all nonsense. I hunt best and fastest with my bow.
So what do we do now? Do you want to retrieve all the traps or one by one?
No! I'm not giving up here. If the other hunters learn of how I've been had, the cat's line name would be dragged through the mud.
Ah, so this is about dignity.
This time, I'm gonna mix some numbing herbs into the bait, enough to lay out any small animals. Eat all you want, you sneaky little thief. I'm going to catch you, if it's the last thing I do.
Okay, so this will have... This will continue later on. Now the other one is one that I've been looking for quite a while. The Kokomi one. Not because I'm so interested about that. It's more like I knew that there was one Kokomi one, and I was checking it from time to time. Still looks gorgeous. Yo, what up, fish lady? As I guessed, Kokomi appears to have fallen asleep. Piles of documents line the table. Going through them must have expended a great deal of her energy. This is a rare moment for her. Best not to wake her up. You wait for a while more. You unconsciously glance at the notebook that has fallen open on the table. Elegant writing catches your eye. Petunia hasn't visited Watatsumi Island in a while, energy free. Now this one I do remember. I specifically remember this one, so perhaps we should find a moment when she's free to swing by and have a chat. Or was it something similar? No, it wasn't an anecdote back then. But we've seen records like that. Okay, that was quick. Alright. Let's do this. Dragon Spine, you say.
So this is the other Durin, huh?
Huh?
If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have had to endure. So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero.
And you just thought you'd be nice all of a sudden?
No, I'm just a little envious, that's all. Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to envy.
I mean, you did a very similar thing as well.
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. Yet. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a whole pile of questions for you!
Oh, you're here too.
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first.
You exchange intel with Albedo, who also checks Durin, blah blah blah.
Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of collapse.
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it will take over.
But if that happens...
This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory. Bringing fairy tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate to overwrite the others. But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a feat.
Mm-hmm.
It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem for good.
Yeah, that was because the other dream was about to reborn in some way anyway. So his rebirth is this rebirth, but now there's another fate in this body. So it's not just the old Durin's rebirth, but the new Durin's birth into this world. One of them has to overcome the other. And this Durin is, let's say, this fate is a bit weaker, as it seems, seemingly weaker, I would say, because the other one is intertwined in Tevat's fate, and this one is just from Similanka. So that's how it's weaker. But we are going to find a method to make it stronger, I presume.
And I took care of the alchemy side of things, which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan all along. So now, there's only one thing missing.
The magic, right?
As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat. But I'm certain that the answer lies within this book.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book was to make that magic possible?
But we did not complete the book.
A form of magic powerful enough to rewrite fate itself.
Well, we're not the only not traveler, outsider from Tevat, or who is trying to do that?
Well, we've no time to lose. I just need to take a look at the book. The next part of the story most likely relates to me, so the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me too.
Huh?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly with the branch that had burst forth from the castle walls.
Okay, so I think this sentence has more to it. The giant tree was home to a broken branch. Are we talking about Tevat or Irminsul? The shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly with the branch that had burst forth from the castle walls. I think these are fates. So if they are fates, then they are branches of Irminsul, I think. So the giant tree is Irminsul here.
Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last, and henceforth bask in the sun and rain of the world beyond the castle. But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
I see.
You see? First fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break. Solution bestowed by the sage
Guided by
witches.
the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the sage witch's hands. Though gentle in appearance, He had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom,
Huh.
and he was determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring, and so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
What is this place?
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
Haha. Why is this question mark?
Albedo?
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Toy figurine Albedo.
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of how Durin sees them.
At least you're still human-shaped.
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too, that must mean the two of us are both characters in the story. But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all. You must be special figures in some way.
Actually, good observation.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as none of them can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
Let's take a look around. Both, not just the Traveler, but Paimon as well. So, keep that in mind. Let's take a look around. Oh, is that a hidden path?
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passageway. Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting chapter of the tale.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come! Ouch!
Ouch!
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
But if we explore the path ahead of us later,
What? Then what's the point of having a path here?
maybe the author had a flash of inspiration and then their mind went blank?
Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
I mean, no. that gives us ideas that we can use up later in other branches, so to speak.
Over here. I found something.
Oh, heart.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat.
Find the stickiest clay, she said.
And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
Yeah, this is actually the story. It just has to be written into Tevat's story. So it actually happened. We are just... So we're not experiencing a new one. Just write it into the tale.
Sounds like this chapter's about Albedo bringing me to life?
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation. So why is Durin still being forgotten?
Because it's not written in Irminsul.
There has to be some other reason.
There are still places we can check. We have time.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit more.
We explore the area ahead of us later, yeah. Destroy the heart of the evil.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten.
Is it a choice? There is mini Durin.
There you are.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Hey, it's Mini Durin again! What are you doing holed up in here?
I was worried I'd scare everyone off, so I've been hiding out here all this time.
And just like before.
You must be really nervous, huh?
I guess I am a little nervous, but I'm also excited. I'm gonna get to stop the evil dragon and even become a human. It's all thanks to that clay man. He's the one who talked me into it. And once I'm a human, I'll be able to make loads of friends and do tons of important things.
You'll make lots of friends, that's for sure. And go on many unforgettable adventures.
Yeah, he knows.
I'm so glad to hear it. The only thing is, the clay man said becoming human isn't gonna be easy. So I'm feeling a little anxious too.
He's right about that. Even if you manage to become a human, there will always be tougher challenges on the road ahead.
Really?
But even so, your friends will be there to help you.
Oh? Then I'm not afraid.
Funny, isn't it? After talking to you, I'm not afraid anymore either. So, are you ready now?
Yep, I'm ready to become a human.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away
we just
and
heard that
growing
one.
warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale. At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart, and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward.
Okay, how many times will you?
Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
That's similar to how we rewrote Fontaine's fate. That the prophecy was happening. We just changed some things, well, not we. Fossilor changed some things so that that the fate would not bring that result. But it still happened.
Finally! A happy ending! That must be the last step, right? Woohoo! We completed the story!
But I did not do the destroy the heart and fuse thingy. But then why are we still here?
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more, his story far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
That was the end of that part.
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real last step.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say, Show us what you've got.
Wow! You're all so serious all of a sudden.
Uh-huh.
Durin, are you alright?
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it still lingered.
Yeah, my neighbors upstairs are, yeah, having their fun. Well, it's Christmas, so maybe the kid is getting getting presents and cannot control himself.
Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Hey, what kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control it. What choice does he have?
Time is running out. So, would the little dragon dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
Oh, that recording, that's interesting.
What's up with the narrator?
Uh-huh.
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
What? I still had... Return the castle. -4. I don't care.
The little dragon and his companions blank. Blank again.
Huh? What's going on? Are we running out of ink?
Yep.
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
I had a feeling this would happen.
What's happening to the others?
Huh?
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were blank pages.
Hello, children. If you're hearing this recording, it's because you've reached a certain ending.
Alice?
You may have noticed that little Durin's experiences have been written into the pages of this book. Well, you should know that in the same way, its ending will also be written onto him. So be careful, because triggering a bad ending could be somewhat problematic. Let me guess, you're upset that I didn't warn you earlier? Don't worry though, I've thought it all through. I built a very special feature into this book, just for you, the witnesses of this tale. So, go ahead, see if you can turn back the pages. If you're not happy with the ending you've reached, just flip back a few pages and let the tale unfold once more.
What do you mean? Talk about a plot twist.
Pretty incredible, huh? That's the power of magic.
Well, flip back.
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply...
Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
Well,
Not enough ink? Seriously?
guess we need to turn to our other options.
Would he dare to
Well, I'm
hold
here.
this power back? Or would he simply give in?
What do you want? Return to the castle? That's...
Returning to the castle.
You seem like you're torn about something.
I just never thought crossing over into a new world would create so much trouble? All I wanted was to make some friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think I kind of miss being in Simulanka.
You might look back on it with fondness, but if I were you, I wouldn't miss it.
Why?
Sometimes, moving on with your life comes at a cost. But that's better than going nowhere at all.
You don't have to worry, Durin. No matter what problem you face, there will always be a solution.
Okay. Sometimes I wish I could just go back and see it again.
Are we? The story will eventually reach its conclusion.
As the little dragon slipped back inside the castle's walls, the clamor of the outside world fell away. There was no danger here, no problems for the little dragon to resolve.
Did I choose wrong? Should I have just waited until the time runs out?
As soon as his mother finished her story, it was time for the child to drift off into the world of dreams.
That's
And
not
so
it.
the story ended, with the little dragon fast asleep in his castle, just like he had never even hatched.
What's going on? I feel so weak.
Huh?
What's happening? Durin, wake up!
We've reached an ending.
But this can't be how it ends. Durin promised to bring back everyone's memories. There's no way he'd accept an ending like this.
So again?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
So I have to go through all the endings, I think. Flip back. Now there is the give-in option.
Dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
Because I don't think that this... I didn't even know how to trigger this one.
Would he dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
That I just wait? Probably. Can I sit? Can't even sit down. I mean, it's a very small chair. The prophecy is destined to come true.
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power within him surged like a tide. Unchecked, the darkness engulfed everything around it, including the little dragon's soul. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Is this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
So the story is over.
Oh no! That means Durin... What do we do now?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Which is... Now that we tried all of them.
What's going on here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just suppress the abyssal power? It keeps getting stuck.
Well, we're going to figure it now.
It seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story. In other words, we would need ink to write it in.
So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left?
It's possible. It's just not time for the story to end.
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis.
Jeez.
Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story. And I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Tevat. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten.
Yeah, we know that.
But there is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate. As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along its given track. But Durin's story, on the other hand,
needs an author to continue writing it.
as Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to lose control of the abyssal power within.
Yeah, we know that.
In other words, his story can't continue. Because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
Yep, we know that. It's not like you're bringing new information
It
to
would
the table.
seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him or stand in his way?
This is as far as the story can go. What path will you choose?
Well, we tried to choose the path. If the story ends now, Durin will you vanish. Durin will just vanish. Oh, sorry.
I suppose the final decision is up to me.
Yep. It was
It's hard
like
to
that.
believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten chapter ahead?
Yeah, what we tried to do, it's just what we were told. No, because, you know, dragging the story. But it wouldn't have been necessary if it wasn't separated into 5 different quests. It's the stupidest thing to do. And the story itself is good. It's just to break it up into calendar days. It's the worst thing to do.
But we still don't even know how Alice's magic works.
But we're just throwing paint at the wall at this point.
If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part, isn't that too risky?
Well, we have no other choice, basically.
I'm not afraid.
Then go for it. We'll be with you all the way. Don't care about what Paimon says. Paimon's stupid.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize for yourself.
Yeah.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down together.
I like this version of Kiddo the most. Alright. I mean, does he even have the festering desire? Oh, that's a team artist. That's different. Okay, I thought that he was holding festering desire. Yeah. Because it's very similar. Hey, let me.
They say that invisible protect those who do with the uncrossable edge of existence itself. And all of a sudden it began to fracture as if struck by some transcendent will. And all of a sudden it began to
There you go.
Gotta keep going.
Uh-huh.
ahead lies only a stormless void.
But that means that there is no fate to control him in that way.
My
That direction.
consciousness is slipping away.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel so weak.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and bone.
Am I truly alive?
Yes, Durin, but you must keep going. You're as alive and real as I am.
I can't feel a connection.
Oh, it's interesting.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name
Okay.
is Durin.
You're taking too long. Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
But I cannot run. Okay, now I can.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go make your wish come true, Durin.
My wish?
I know that it was in this direction.
Your story's not over yet.
No, but here it is. Oh yeah, back to Sri. Oh,
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to say about my proposal?
interesting that it's Anya. It means mother in Hungarian, and it's pronounced Anya.
Let me get this straight. You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate, and in doing so, not only rewrite that fate, but allow the story to live on.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
But then someone else needs to be the author. So was it another foreshadowing from Kido when he took the book back and said that from now on he will be the one writing the story?
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is still centuries away.
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could ever deliver. or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy.
I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy. The heavenly signs, I think it's not coincidence that it was phrased that way. And the secret truth seems like, you know, forbidden knowledge, maybe?
Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest hurdle of all.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad proposal.
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, much like the stars themselves, there will always be something that transcends the test of time.
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But, Alice, I still have one final favor to ask of you. Will you lend me your magic one last time, just enough for me to keep his story alive until the prophecy is fulfilled?
So that's the change.
You mean you want me to extend your lifespan?
No, it's not it.
No, not in that sense. As Rheindotter once told me, the laws governing life and death are among the most unyielding in this world. I'm well aware of that. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by fate alone. If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes me human. This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die a human.
So, what is it that you want me to do?
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the future.
Oh, that's easier than you think, because you just have to keep it safe.
I see. Then perhaps there really is a way I can help. I could create a kind of story magic to take over the writing once you're gone. Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to learn from.
How much?
Oh, an immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to spend the rest of your life writing. And even then, I'm sorry to say, it would not last forever. No matter how much you write, there is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. But the world itself will never stop changing. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world. And when that happens, the story will end.
Still, it's worth a try.
That's really a mother. That's really a mother. I would like to send this pen of mine into the future.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you. You should be enjoying your old age in peace and quiet, especially now that things are finally returning to normal after that terrible calamity.
So they were there through the cataclysm. That means that, yeah, it's close to 500 years that these happened. So right after Karya.
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, I'll just have to
Oh,
skip
sorry.
over some of the less important details. Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, there needs to be more material for the magic to draw upon.
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he face his fate in Teyvat?
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, I get it actually.
Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, even fate's curse could be undone and he could live happily ever after.
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a heartfelt wish. And even a wooden puppet can turn himself into a real boy and live happily ever after.
Yeah, like Pinocchio.
That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character after the ever after?
And this is actually again something that that is foreshadowing what is going to happen with Teyvat itself. So as right now it's Durin who lived in a story world and brought into the real life or the real world, which in this case is Teyvat. But so it's a Teyvatception in that regard because Teyvat itself is hidden inside a story like that, and then at one point it has to be brought into the real world and has to go through like all these problems in itself because that's how it will survive the abyss that is basically engulfing it outside of the fake sky, because we know that that is happening. Very interesting.
Tell me, Alice, in your eyes, what would be a writer's greatest regret?
To leave a story without an ending.
No.
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come to consider that their greatest regret. But I see things differently. My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
Huh.
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, the moment their story ends, their potential is lost forever. For them, the story itself becomes an inescapable fate. But what if, instead, I could place my pen in their hand and let them continue the story themselves?
So again, if that's how Teyvat will be reborn, then that's how Teyvat will be out of the control of fates, and would be able to just live on its own. Because right now, fates are protecting all the living in Teyvat. But and even the visions are that we learned that in Simulanka from Navia. And this is the story that tells us that it's not required, or that that kind of storytelling could be escaped. At least witches are trying to do that now, just because Anya wants to be a good mother.
You mean...
You said it yourself. I can only leave so many words behind. Even with your magic, the idea that I could keep the story going until the prophecy comes to pass is wishful thinking at best. but I've found a way to use your magic to transform some of my finished stories into a special kind of ink. This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story the way he wants to. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And if he can experience the whole tale himself while leaving behind his own wishes and aspirations, even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll still be able to carry the story forward on his own. And so, by leaving him this ink, I can entrust him with the responsibility of writing his own story.
But that's some kind of a power that shouldn't be given to unworthy hands.
A character with the power to write their own story.
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen. And like anyone else living in the real world, he can go on to create a life of his own.
Imagine that that story, I mean, and that Durin, as I was saying, the representation of Tevat, and this lady here is the representation of the Heavenly Principles, and how it wants it to be reborn in a way. Because now the Heavenly Principles is probably thinking that they protect Tevat that way, with the fates and then with all the control, and they probably want Tevat to be protected without their interventions. And the shades are there to help. I'm guessing, but we'll see. I see the similarities.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my magic. What a brilliant idea, Anya. But there are still risks. First of all, once he arrives in Tevat, he'll have to rely entirely on the story you left him to maintain his connection to that world. As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow weaker, and at some point, he might lose it altogether.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge that connection for himself.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Tevat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased in no time. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though. I can use that to show them the way.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck roaming the chapters of his past. But despite all that,
You want to give the chance.
I still believe in what this child can become. His hopes and wishes can be his ink, so he won't be trapped by mine running dry.
Oh, what the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases to amaze. And you do know how much I love a happy ending. You shall have my help, my dear.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child, do you understand what you must do?
Oh, so he witnessed it.
Yes, I think I do.
I mean, he does, but I don't know.
It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Okay, but we know that what does that actually mean in this, Not just like spiritually.
Then what's holding you back?
What will become of you after I take up this pen?
I will fade away. There will no longer be a reason for me to go on existing.
Huh. Huh. Okay, now that's sad.
My child, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're hearing is nothing but a magical echo that has now fulfilled its purpose. You needn't feel so reluctant to let me go.
Huh.
I know my mother died long ago. It's just, when you lose your mom too soon, it's hard to tear yourself away from the stories she used to read. I guess it's a silly way of pretending she's still here, by your side.
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friends, facing all kinds of enemies together, I suddenly realized I couldn't just sit around listening to my mother's stories because I'd found a new purpose in life. Maybe this is just what growing up feels like. With all my new friends waiting, it's time I finally set aside my mother's storybook.
Huh.
I'm ready to grow up now, Mom.
Then take this. A gift I should have given you a long time ago. You've witnessed the story from the very beginning. Made your wishes, offered your blessings, and even wrote your choices into its pages. From here on out, this pen is yours. Now I ask of you, the other pillar of this story, as both its reader and its witness, will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin?
Turn the page. You turn the page so the next chapter can begin. Fate.
Suddenly, and without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun. Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is the final step.
Oh, and this will be a fight as well?
A chance to strike back at fate? Now that's not something that comes knocking every day.
No, that fate no longer defines me. In the end, only my story shall endure.
Alright.
Thunder!
Well, that didn't do anything. Oh, nope.
Absurd! New life!
Okay.
No dodging this one. Here! I'll help lift you up.
Huh? What am I dodging? Oh, it was the food is lava, floor is lava. Attack the skill with elemental skill. I get it. Oh, the quill. Oh, I did something.
Decay! New life! Ah! Thunder! Stop that! My strength is
No,
far from
what the?
spent.
So. What the?
Absurd! Hey!
Looks like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
This way it's easy.
Leave it this time, the light prevails.
There. Okay.
Thank you, Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over.
Uh-huh.
Is everyone okay?
And he's got the new heart.
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome!
Oh, is that a new outfit? It looks a lot more free.
I have to admit, I do feel like something in me has changed.
A bit more jokery.
I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if I could have ever made it this far.
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before, it's not every day that you get to put fate in its place.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear it someday.
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Franz mama.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Allow me to just check one thing. Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again. And those strange symptoms you were experiencing seem to have completely disappeared.
But will the others remember him now?
Oh, thank goodness!
We did it!
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other law of this world governs his being?
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now that this one's out of danger, it's time for me to get out of here.
You're leaving so soon? Don't humans usually throw a party after something like this?
A party? Do I look like that kind of guy?
And what if you rewrite your fate into being that kind of guy?
Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what friends are for, right?
Some people never change.
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate. Not the time for academic discussions.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy to talk about it. It's just, I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's all right. I'm sure we'll get a chance at some point. After all, your story's only just begun. All right then. Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here. Given the extraordinary nature of the things we witnessed today, I need to make sure it's all recorded properly.
I can understand that part, definitely.
Okay, see ya!
Huh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per our agreement, it's about time you returned that book.
She
Yep.
must have known the moment we finished. Just like she said she would.
Hehe.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Alright, new outfit. So we can use this new one. Yeesh. Yeah. Definitely going to change into that.
Let my wings envelop the twilight.
Lol. Okay, so... where is that point? Because, you know, this is the rib cage. That is the jaw, right? So I think... because somewhere from upstairs would be a... would be a good point. Can I have a place to stop for a second? I don't think that that's... yeah, I know. Give me that. Okay, maybe I will make a picture later. From here. Oh, that's not it. Okay. How would I... how should I climb this quicker? Grab on it, fuck. Right. Okay. That's good for now. But there's like nothing to save us from the sheer code. Oh, there's some. So my goal here now is to make a picture. Okay. So there is what I'm talking about. It's just too far. Yeah, I thought that I will find a place where I can. I mean, this can be it. No, don't. Yep, this can be it. Yeah, this way. I think
I
this
still have so much to
this is
learn
the
about
best way
human interactions.
to make that.
Like, where should I put my
What I'm
hands
going
when
to I'm going to start to get in the cold, so yeah, I need to teleport away. And also, this is where I'm going to end it, because
fairy tale?
there is
Pretty.
this thing that I need to do. There is the intel things from with Nefer that I need to do. What else? I think that's most, but yeah, it's not today. It's Christmas, so I have other things to intend to. I need to finish it now because I'm late. Because I have so many things to do. But oh, what happened there? Oh yeah, I know. We probably have a different Durin avatar. Well, let's use it if we have it. The avatar frame. Valiant Chronicles challenge. I still need to do some kind of challenges. Yeah, I know what those are. At one point in the future. I'm not that interested in those. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye. And Merry Christmas.